right, it's fixed. It's fixed. It's fixed. Coming to you live, American Times Publishing, home of the Dixieline Kennedys World Headquarters here at the foot of Turkey Cock Mountain in Callens, Virginia. It is 9:35 on May 3rd. It should be clear now. Is it a lot clearer? The picture should be much clearer. We're back. We're back. Yeah, I got the picture a lot clearer too. I'm not sure what's going on with it. I went ahead and switched servers and put it on my old one. Good. Woohoo! So what's going on tonight? What y'all up to? What's the word, Thunderbird? Yeah, like I said, I've been thinking about some of those different broadcasters and the stuff that they do. Old Rush Limbaugh. I miss Rush. I didn't listen to him all the time. You know, I hear a lot of these people now. They're like, yeah, I used to listen to Rush every day. You know, I'm like, well, it's like, you know, I don't know. I listen to him maybe once or twice a month. And, you know, I liked him. I didn't have time to, during the day like that, because he come on right in the middle of the day, like at noon or something, 11 o'clock in the morning. Man, 11 o'clock in the morning, usually I'm fucking wide open. I don't know about you guys, but that's when I'm fucking doing all my stuff. You know, but today was a shitty day here as far as the weather and the rain. I couldn't do nothing with my dogs. So I'd like to have, but I'm not a get out in the rain and play guy anymore. Do you guys get out and play in the rain with your dogs? I think that's left over from the Fatty Chatty. Oh, yeah. So what y'all into tonight? Anybody got any good things going on? What's the word? What's the word? Hell, I can't carry it all. You guys got to give me something to talk about, or I will ramble. Where did my book buyer go? Where did my book buyer from California go? They purchased a new copy of Fat Bill by Fat Bill. It's a great book, wonderful book. You'll enjoy it. Not only do you get that, but you get a jump drive with it. Jay. Yeah, same thing here, man. I burned a couple DVDs. I got Dogman 2000 tonight and Art of Victory. And I thought we'd have some fun with those tonight. And, you know, we got plenty of that stuff. We can do DVDs all the time. I thought we'd do those, do some Mayfield DVDs later on. Not tonight, but, you know, another night. I got all that stuff. Hell, I didn't know you guys wanted that stuff. Shit, we can have a blast with it. Fuck, man. Here in a little while, we'll do this Art of Victory one. Who here's seen Art of Victory? Cooking up a nice ribeye. No, man, I gotta damn go get some fuel for my grill. My grill ran out of fuel. Oh, yeah, man, sure. Sure, he bred to him. You know, that's what all that Indian pistol stuff is, and big black Eli dogs that he's got out there. See, all these guys had Eli dogs they couldn't say they had. Sonny had them. Lots of people had them. The secret black dogs. You know, Patrick had them. That's why Patrick, you know, it's they all had them. Patrick had Double Eye, which was Art's brother. Pit General went to Arnaldo Cardenas. You know, that's who got the dog. And the story that I heard was that he bought the dog. He didn't steal the dog. He bought the dog from Don Mayfield. But the story had to go down was that the dog was stolen, because if he had sold that dog, you know, in the core of the game, you never sell your best dog. You're not allowed to do it. When you do it, you're looked down upon. The only way you can get rid of your best dog is to have it stolen. You got to get the dude to tell you. Now the Bull Boy Bob stuff looks like Eli dogs, but who knows? See, these peddlers. I just heard a weird sound, like a weird whining sound. But these peddlers, they just mix all this stuff up and they put all this blood in there. And that's why when you go up on their yards, they got 5, 6 different looking dogs, but all their dogs are bred the same way. They're like, oh, I breed Bolio dogs, and they got brown dog, black dog, yellow dog, you know, white dog, whatever. You know, I breed Eli dogs, and they got brown dogs, black dogs, yellow dogs, white dogs, all different colored dogs. I got Eli dogs, you know. Well, nobody had dealt with Don if he had sold. Maloney, none of them. So, you know, it was a different world back then, just like they were different dogs. It was a whole different scene. But as far as the no regrets dogs, I mean, Eli dogs, I don't know. I mean, you sit there and look at them, think about them. I'm thinking about how no regrets look. You know, he could have been the Eli stuff or more, you know. He also has a good dose of that Satch blood down there on his yard. Hey, me too, man. I made it back too. I was on the wrong connection, is what was my problem. My computer had switched over to the wrong connection. It was my fault, as usual. I'm a fucking idiot. What about Art, Bill? That sounds like that movie with Bill Murray. What about Bob? What about Bob? What about Grand Champion Art? I mean, my research shows that Art was stolen by, you know, Billy Stepp, and you know, with Jim Stinson and them's approval. You know, the story goes that they said that them boys didn't deserve a dog that good, and they took the dog back from them. So I don't know. Other stories say that Fat Stan sold a dog. All that was before my time. I wasn't into dogs then. Yeah, I wasn't into dogs yet. Man, that Patrick's Homer looks like he's out of a fucking Chihuahua. You ever seen that dog? I mean, you talk about one of the most mutt-looking dogs that got passed off as a pit bull. You talk about a dog that shows the downfall of the breed. That is one mutt-looking little dog, man. I mean, that motherfucker looks like a Patterdale Terrier or something, man. Have you ever seen a picture of him? I mean, a good, clear picture of that dog. He does not look like a pit bull terrier. Oh. No, no, no. No, no, no. Where's my man Big at? Big, come on out. Y'all hit that like button, you old cur dogs. What's wrong with you? Old cur dogs don't hit that like button. If you're a cur dog, don't hit the like button if you're a cur dog. Go on now. Go on, you old cur dogs. Just sit there and don't hit the like button. Oh, well, of course. Well, of course. And plus, she was never game tested. We never game tested our dogs. There he is. There he is. My man. What's up? Well, it was a very nice talk we had today. Thank you. I enjoyed that. Antoine, what's up, man? We the no selling dog crowd. We won't sell no dogs. You want to buy some dogs? You gotta go somewhere else. We might give you a dog. An auction. Man, oh man. Well, look what I got. I got a Dogman 2000 DVD, the Art of Victory DVD, a pair of them. I'm going to auction them off as a pair, right? Like I'm going to do the two of them together. Auction a pup. No. Oh, that's right. Because you got you want me to separate them. Well, man, I wouldn't even sell a pup, leave alone auction a pup. No, it don't work like that, man. It was like the other day. Well, hell, I was talking to Vic today, and we was talking dogs, and I was telling him about how a buddy of mine got a dog from me. I told him, I said, "Look, man, I got these two puppies in Oklahoma, right? And if you will go out there and pick them two puppies up, right? Take them to your house. And this is a good old friend of mine now. This wasn't like somebody. Thank you very much, CSICS 194. Thank you very much. Hang on, we're not having an auction yet, Tom. Hang on. I told him, I said, if you go out there, yeah, that's true. I said, if you go out there and pick them 2 puppies up and then keep them till they're 2 years old, and then when they're 2 years old, you bring me the one you don't like. Now that's a good deal. Now that's a good deal, right? Look at Tom. He's all right. We'll start the auction at $40. Fuck my story. The hell with what I'm telling. $40 for the 2 videos. And we'll run the auction till 10:30. How about that? We'll run the auction till 10:30. $40 for the 2 videos. And don't worry, anybody else that's just wanting the Art of Victory, we'll take care of that later. It's not like it's the last one I got. Don't worry. $40 for the 2 videos. $40 for the 2 videos. Do I hear 45? Do I hear 45? Do I hear 45? Do I hear 45? Oh, I'm just fucking with Tom, man. Don't worry about it. I'm giving him hell. Rah, rah, rah. So anyhow, so I tell the dude that, right? I mean, this is how you get dogs. Like, this is, So, and I've known this guy 25 years, right? And so I tell him, I'm like going, okay, you go ahead and go get the 2 pups. So he goes and picks the 2 pups up. Do you not know that 4 years went by and he got litters off of both bitches? And I'm like, yo, dude, I need you to bring me my dogs. What do you mean my dogs? They're both mine. You didn't bring me either pup at 2 years old. So you broke the deal. So they're both my dogs. He got litters out of both females. Both of them. Down there breeding both my bitches after they're 2 years old. Now, he could have got one of them at 2 years old. All he had to do was bring me the other one. But he didn't. So at 4 years old, after he got litters off of both bitches, I go down there and take both dogs back. Motherfucker. Yeah. Yeah, because he had another dog down there of mine that he'd been breeding and wasn't giving me my puppies off of. No, sorry, motherfucker. A guy named Mississippi Matt. What's up, man? What's going on? But that's how you get a dog, man, is you make a deal, you do some work. Because sometimes I like to make some breedings with other people, but they're like all the way across the country. Oh, man. Well, Bobby Hall loved her. Gary Athens loved her. Norman Houghton loved her. Let me say that again. Bobby Hall loved her. And Norman Houghton loved her. Man, what you talking about? I'll tell you what, man. I've taken dogs back from people. Fuck that shit. I've been back there in the middle of the night. Shrimp, shrimp, like a ninja. Shrimp, shrimp. So, when Bebo Banega 6 times, son, 6 times. And you didn't get no food until you did it. So I'll tell you a good story. Oh, you guys know who Bebo Banega is? Because Bebo Banega, his father was a vice president of Cuba underneath Batista. When Batista was president of Cuba before Castro's revolution, right? So this is back when Cuba was like Miami, when Cuba was like South Florida. Bebo Banega. Oh. Oh, I'm getting ready to tell you about Bebo Banega, this story he told me. So Bebo came to the United States in 1955. And he came here to buy the best male dog in the country. Had a pocket full of money. So they flew into Miami. They got him a car. And they drove to George Sadler's yard. And they looked at Sadler's Rebel. They first looked at Sadler's Rebel. And they thought about buying Sadler's Rebel. And then they left there. And they went to Earl Tudor's house. And that's when they bought Tudor's White Rock. And then they left there. And they go back to Sadler's. And they make Sadler an offer for Rebel's sister. And I'm trying to remember the name of Rebel's sister. I'll remember in a minute. If you look up the breedings on White Rock, you'll see a bitch that he was bred to that had a person's name. It's like Eileen or Madeline or something like that. And that was George Sadler's wife. Anyhow, George Sadler, I'm not going to sell you the dog. He says, no, I'm not going to sell you the dog. He says, because that dog is named after my wife and I'm not going to let you have the dog. I'm sorry. And they were like, okay, no problem. So they leave. And they do the dog man thing, man. They go get a hotel room and they wait. And Bebo Banega in the middle of the night, ding, 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 goes out there in the middle of George Sadler's yard and gets that bitch. Ding, 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 ding. Goes back, puts her in the car. They drive back to Miami. Mildred, the dog's name was Mildred. That was her name because I remember he told me, he said, yeah, I got Mildred out of the yard. Her name was Mildred. And they got Mildred out of the yard. They put her in the car and they drive back to Miami. And then he gets on the plane. They fly back to Cuba. Yeah, they fly back to Cuba. And then he calls George Sadler. George Sadler tells him, you better bring my damn dog back. And he says, well, I'm not going to bring the dog back. He goes, but you're going to have to tell me how much money you want for. And he said, well, I reckon send me $500. And that was in 1955. Send me $500. Send me $500. Send me $500. I think that's what he wanted for Rebel, wasn't it? That's probably what he paid for White Rock. A true story. Oh, sure, he got his money. Oh, these guys were loaded, man. His dad was vice president of the country. He'd buy his whole yard if he'd sell it to him. No, I matched into Fletcher one time. I matched into Fletcher with a dog off a Chinaman, and no, I matched into him twice because I went into him with Zabo too. I forgot about that. I matched into him with Zabo, and I matched into him with a dog off a Chinaman and Bonnie, dog called Bad Times, and the they were just such nice people, man. And I've seen them match a lot of dogs. I've seen Fletcher and Kirby, his son Kirby. I've seen those guys match a lot of dogs. And we weren't part of their camp, you know. You got to understand how things were back then. Everybody had their own camps. It was really set up like almost like everybody had their own little militias or something. And like they had their group and we had our group. And, you know, some of them would let you in, some of them wouldn't. You know, Pitbull Rick and those guys, Texas Ron down in that area, they were pretty open, let you hang out with them and stuff. Fletcher Chavis and those guys, they were a little more guarded, I would say, as far as that stuff. But more like imagine a South Carolina version of Floyd Boudreaux. That was Fletcher Chavis. That was how he kind of ran things, you know, and that's how he kind of behaved. His personality was like Floyd, but a South Carolina gentleman, not a Cajun gentleman, a low country South Carolina gentleman. Just a really good guy, man. Anybody that didn't get to meet him missed out. Yeah, I doubt that, man. About Jocko being bred like that. I pretty much know a lot about that Andy and Faye stuff, and um, I don't see that. I don't see that with the way those dogs are built and the but you never know. You don't never know, man. That's why I tell you to breed forward. Don't breed backwards. You know? Oh, if you breed backwards, you don't know what you got. Well, do you think Termite was really bred like his papers say? Well, you got to read my book. If you read my book, Can't Stop, you'll find out what happened. I know what happened. And it's in my book. McGee's clueless, man. You can tell that by his breeding program. I don't believe those guys hang papers like that, man. See, all these people want to say this guy hung papers on those. Lonzo's dogs ain't his dogs, and Chavis's dogs ain't Lonzo's dogs. I knew Lonzo very, 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 very well, and he never mentioned Fletcher Chavis's name one time, ever, ever in a conversation. And I mean, I was around that man when he was hammered drunk countless times. So you're severely mistaken on that theory. I mean, me and Lonzo were friends. I knew Lonzo from when I was a real young man until close to his death. I never heard of him. I mean, Red Boys was the beginning of it all for that line. Yep. I mean, I guess a lot of them all breed to that Red Boy. I sure would never breed to it. Um, I I stopped in. Matt put out the last issue. I want to say it was in. Hang on, I'll tell you. I want to say it was January of 2002 was the last one. I'd have to look. Matt put out a couple little issues, like 8 pages, 12 pages, just trying to put something out. And then that was it. Yeah, I mean, if they swap dogs back and forth, man, both those guys were honest dudes, man. They would have showed it in their pedigrees. They didn't have no reason to lie. Tar Heel Matt. Match one dog, one time. He's 1-0. Yeah, those guys, man. I mean, Lonzo, man, he was proud of his blood. I mean, those are his little dogs. And the same thing with Chavis. And to say that about those guys after they're dead and gone, um, you know, no, man, no, I like Tar Heel Matt. We're friends. I talk shit to him in person. I talk shit to him in person. He lives down the road from me, but I give him straight hell. Hell yeah, hit that like button. 34 people in here. So how many curs do we have? Man, we got a lot of curs. If you got 35 people and 18 likes, 19 likes, a lot of curs in here. Cur dogs. Look at all them curs that won't hit the like button. Man, oh man. Oh my God. Wonder who those other 14 people are. What do y'all think? What do you think about them other 13 people? What do you think? 10-minute curs, 5-minute curs, 2-minute curs? You think they'll put one in their mouth? Just put it in their mouth, or you think they'd suck on it? I think they'd suck on it once they got it. The ones that won't hit the like button. I think they'd put that thing in their mouth and just go to sucking on it. Hit the fucking like button, you cocksuckers. Bunch of cold motherfuckers. They're cranking up, man. They're cranking up now. They hitting the like button. Look at that. We got 38 people and 26 likes. They're starting up. Look at that. Man, now we got 40 people and 27 likes. Look at that. 28 likes, 39 people. Man, oh man. It's not bad. That's a much better average. So we're down to now that's a lot better. That looks a lot better. Let's continue. I've been doing that the last few days, man. When I see a big number of people in there and no likes, I'm like, okay, you motherfuckers. Of course, you could do like the rest of them and go, oh, please hit the like button and please hit the bell and please hit the subscription button and please, but that don't seem to fucking work. Yo, Chris, what's up, my man? My main man, what's going on? That's probably what they're doing is getting off, and they can't hit the like button. They're using both hands. They got one on their dick and one finger up their ass. So I was looking at the statistics of this website. Cool, man. It's good to see you, buddy. Good to see Paul, Can-Am, Alan, Lark, everybody here. Doing their own damn reach around. Oh, man. Love you too, man. I'm glad to see you. Tell y'all lady I said, hey, y'all come back soon and visit. Southtown, Tim. Aaron Mosley. The fighter? Thanks, 2320. You're going to like it, man. I put my heart into it. Hit that like button, everybody. Hit that like button. Thanks, Emmanuel. Appreciate it, OBG. Aaron Mosley is Two Sweet Kills. Oh, you know what? Why do I know that name, man? He's been around like a long, long time, right? Like he's been around like 30 years or something, right? Hadn't he been around like ever? Man, I ain't even seen two dogs fight in over 20 years, man. Oh. Yeah, yeah. Where'd that guy go? Oh, excuse me a minute. Oh, man. I got some clown action right here. Oh, knock that clown down. Ask me if I still fight dogs. Man, what's wrong with that motherfucker? Clown time. Put the clown down. Clown gotta go. Ask me if I fight dogs. Well, what's wrong with that motherfucker? Oh, I love son to mother breedings, man. That's one of my favorite breedings. Definitely a clown. Clown time. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, I done blocked him, knocked the clown down. I took care of it all. I don't know where my head knockers are. You know, D-Lo, Greg, where the fuck y'all at? I need a new head knocker. I need me a new head knocker. Big Slug. You seen any of them knuckleheads, man? You know what to do. Big Slug. You see any more of them knuckleheads? You know what to do. Yeah, man. Fuck that shit. That's so stupid. You know, we got an auction going on, right? And it's going on until 10:30 for two DVDs. Art of Victory, Dogman 2000. Art of Victory, Dogman 2000. You get these two DVDs shipped to you first class mail. I got a $40 bid, $40 bid, $40 bid. Do I hear 45? Do I hear 45? Oh, man. Where you at? Man, you just missed some clown action. I got 50 from Greg. You just missed some clown action. Bickler's been added to the police squad. Yeah, me too. I had a note right here. I got me a note. See, I done started taking notes now on the auctions. 10:30 end. Okay, man. I got a $55 bid from 2320. I got a $55 bid, 55. I got 60 from Bick, 60 from Bick, 60 from Bick. Do I hear 65, 65, 65? Do I hear 65, 65? 65 from 2320, 65 from 2320. Do I hear 70? Do I hear 70? Man, Lord Almighty. Sometimes my sense of humor gets me in trouble. I was locking in a friend of mine's phone number last night, right? And it was like, I don't know, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. And I just text, got you locked in. He texts back to me, who is this? I said, your mama. Don't play with me, motherfucker. I was like, oh, shit. I'm just fucking around. Don't get mad. Don't get mad. Don't get mad. Don't get mad. Sometimes my sense of humor ain't so damn funny. Marcus the Great, what's going on, man? What's going on? Hit that damn like button, Jeff. Fucking cur. About 45 minutes. Oh, man. Well, Art of Victory, I actually watched the whole thing the other night when I was recording this one. And it's it starts out with me working champion Joe Montana Jr. And I'm all dressed up and slicked out. And speech and shit, man. I got this nice coat on. I got my snakeskin boots on. And got the dog working. I work the dog. I talk to you about why I'm working the dog and all that stuff. And go through all the equipment. I'll take you through the Jenny. I take you through the slat mill. Take you through the electric mill. Take you through handling. Just all the aspects of conditioning a dog. And it's a really good video, much more hardcore than Dogman 2000, where Dogman 2000 basically covers all the aspects of the care of your dog. I mean, it's like womb to the tomb stuff, where it shows you how to take your dog from puppy all the way to being an old dog and how to take care of it. And in between there, it shows you how to condition your dog. And it's got a full keep in there where we take a dog and literally condition the dog in the video. I take the dog using time-lapse photography and condition the dog the whole 8-week keep in the video. And you get to see the dog develop all the way along. And I take him and weigh him and condition him and take him all the way to the end of his keep. And when I walk him in that show ring at the end of the video, he's at pit weight. So, good looking dog, man. And like I said, we beat Tant's champion Redman with him, Redbone with him, and give up 2 pounds. But he was being conditioned for a match in that video. I got $75. Lord Almighty. Yeah, the red one on the mill. Basically the dog the whole movie was about, that Dogman 2000 was about. But $77 from Greg. $77 from Greg. Hell yeah. I'm attempting to quit smoking. I on purpose didn't go get a pack of cigarettes today. And I am doing my best to quit. Heck yeah, man. We hanging out. $100. Lord Almighty. I'm gonna have to put something with it. What can I put with it? Well, fuck it. $100 is good. Tom, we still doing the same videos that end at 10:30. Same too. They up at $100, man, for 2 videos. I'll tell you what, and I'm also include Mayfield 1 and 2. I'm going to include Mayfield 1 and 2 with this also. So you get this, and you get Mayfield 1 and 2. Now that comes on one DVD, but I'm going to also throw in Mayfield 1 and 2. So I need to start burning those Mayfield DVDs onto my big hard drive. So that'll encourage me to do it. But that's what I'll throw in with that. So that works pretty good. Cover my face up. So you get these 2 DVDs, and you get the Mayfield tapes 1 and 2. Because the first ones, like I said, it comes on one DVD. Like in the series, it's 1 and 2 is on one DVD, and then 3 is separate, 4, 5. I think 15 and 16 or 13 and 14 comes on one. 105. 105. Let me help that young man out. They can't stop. If you need a stud dog to breed to that Clemens Beanie Buddy, Clemens Top Dog stuff, you can breed to that dog right there. How was that red dog bred? What red dog? Oh, the red dog. He was, hell, I'll pull his pedigree up. Hang on. He was from Richard Stratton, man. You'll flip out when you see his pedigree. There you go. Here's the pedigree on that red dog, and it's got a nice picture with it too. I didn't know I was running a sale on stud fees. Shit. That sounds cheap. $1,000, man. Damn. Shit, man. We'll have to talk about that privately. Figure out how much money you got and take half of it. Oh, yeah, Brad. He is. Hey, did you check out the pedigree on that champion? And that's the one we whooped old Tant with, man. You know that had to hurt. Mm-hmm. And I put all that Maverick in there. In other words, like, see, when you look at that, like, where I took some pedigrees and just threw it together, You know, that's what I'm trying to tell y'all about breeding dogs. When you look at that pedigree, I bred them dogs. I bred that whole third generation. I bred every dog together in the third generation. I made all those breedings. And then in the fourth generation, I bred one breeding in the fourth generation. But I know the dogs. I've personally seen with my eyes every dog in the fourth generation and petted them, all of them. I've seen them all in the fourth generation with my eyes. Petted, seen, touched every dog in the fourth generation. In the third generation, I made every single breeding in the third generation. I made all the breedings in the second generation. Made all the breedings in the first generation. So even though it's a pretty pedigree, don't worry about that. Worry about like who makes the breedings and like where it come from. You know, and the individuals in the pedigree. And like, can the people tell you about those dogs? I can tell you about each one of these dogs in the pedigree. That black belt dog, man, he was wide open. He wasn't self-destructive or anything, but he was just ran all day. And his sister, and you see right there now, that's a brother-sister breeding. You know, now how often do you make that? Well, we made that one time. You know, you guys asked me if I'd ever made a brother-sister breeding. There's one right there. I'd forgot about that. You know. And then when you look down here on the bottom, Blackstreet Hooker, that's a half brother-sister breeding. Oh, shit, we gone past the time. I'm going to call the auction. Here we go. 110, 110, 110, 110, 110, 110, 110, 110, 110, 110, 110, 110, going once. 110 going once, 110 going once, 110 going once, 110 going twice, 110 going twice, 110 going twice, 110 going twice. Sold. Big Modified Kennels. He wins. Boom. You the man. I'll get that other one burned for you. And if anybody else wants the same deal, $110 for both those DVDs and the Mayfield DVD, let me know. I'd do the same deal. Yeah, you ain't got to do 111. Can't stop. You can buy it for the same thing he did. You know how auction house will sell multiples out? How many you want? Big done set the price. I don't know. Ma'am. Bama-lama, baby. Bama-lama. So what else is going on? Man, let me make a thing for the Mayfield deal so get this right. Mayfield 1 and 2. Yeah, I got this new super giant external hard drive. And what I got to do is burn all these damn DVDs onto this big external hard drive. And then that way, my man, Fu Bang. You ever have any cowboy dogs? 2320. You ever have any cowboy dogs? No? Cool, man, cool. Have you ever seen any of Ozzy studs? Oh, sure, man. I matched into Ozzy Stevens. I went into Ozzy with my Ludi May dog. We matched bitches at 43 pounds. I won. And he was real cool, you know. We had a good time, went up there. I didn't handle and condition. I had a friend of mine handling condition the dog that lived near Ozzy. And a friend of mine, Rick Morehouse, known as Pocono Rick, he did the handling and conditioning. I just went up there and went to the match. Yeah, I got a buddy of mine, man, got the same name as you, or close to it. When I saw it, I was like, oh, man, do I know that guy? I got to get your address. So you need to email me your address. Um, 2320, if you'll email me your address, I'll send you that stuff. Well, that Cochran Shorty was some good stuff, man. That's too bad old Toogie passed away. Oh. He was a good dog, man. He was a nice person. Good deal, man. I'll get that stuff out to y'all in the morning. I will get on it like Blue Bonnet. Devil's Deacon blood. Well, you know, out of that Red Boy stuff, I think it was probably some of the gamer of that stuff. You know, what was his name? Jesus Christ, I can't remember his fucking name. Hunter Red really seemed to throw a lot of curs. And but Deacon seemed to throw some good solid dogs. Windy City Combine was using that and was mixing it with the Boyle's blood and breeding it on its own. And the Devil's Deacon blood, I think, was some of the better blood that was used in the late 80s, early 90s, through the 90s, into the 2000s. Yeah. I mean, you still see it around. Yeah, I did. I saw Charlie Boy and Revenge go, and I saw him beat STP's Revenge. He was a good dog. I had lost to Revenge. Rastaman used that Gray Eagle dog out of Chinaman and Bonnie, and Gray Eagle had beat Gangbusters Champion Amp his first time out, and then he lost to Revenge in like 2 hours and 15 minutes or something, and then then Revenge was matched into Charlie Boy, and I went to go see that, and STP matched Revenge into Charlie Boy. They bought Revenge after I got beat by him, and they matched Revenge into Charlie Boy, and I went to go out and Charlie Boy beat him, and I think that was over an hour. But yeah, that Charlie boy, he was tied into that whole story of all those dogs, you know. It all started out with Gray Eagle out of Chinaman and Bonnie beating that Gangbusters champion amp. They tried to get us, man. They were going for their fourth or fifth with him. We had a 22-month-old dog. And that happens a lot back then. You know, these guys would come out with like a 3-time winner looking for an easy fourth so they could springboard to their grand championship. And so they brought that champion amp dog out into our 22-month-old pup. And big surprise, we had a dog right out of Chinaman and Bonnie. And we got him. So then they come back with a dog they actually called Revenge. I heard Carolina Flow produced somewhere around 18 to 23 champions. Yeah, I was around them, but I don't remember all them champions. I mean, do you got a list of them? She produced a couple good dogs. Few. I mean, she threw that high-low dog, but I think he ended up losing, didn't he? But I don't know about her producing 18 to 23 champions. Yeah, that's what I mean, man. That Hunter Red Blood, I mean, looks good on paper, and they're structurally nice dogs, and you know they hit all the buttons except one. Yeah, you know, man, I've seen that dog go. Yankee Greg was a good friend of mine, and I've seen that little gambler dog go. I don't really remember it. It was up there at Union City, and but I don't remember anything bad about the dog, you know. But I went up there with Greg to go see that dog go, and it was one of them deals where there was a bunch of people around, and we were all deal was going on, and you know, man, to be honest with you, it was just kind of like they were out in the middle, and they kind of did their thing, and the next thing you know, there was a couple scratches, and that gambler dog won, but I just don't really remember anything remarkable about the match I saw. Well, sure. I mean, he would gain that. He would gain for that point. Up to that point, he would gain. You know. I mean, you know, if he's still scratching, you had to pick him up for some reason. I mean, he might have been sick, might have been hurt. You know, might have been overmatched. I mean, you never know. I mean, if they're still scratching after a minute or 2 hours, they game, right? I mean, wouldn't you call him game if he's still scratching? Well, I'll tell you what, that mammy dog was the shit. Now, I seen her go. I seen that bitch go. She was a monster. Yeah, she was a monster, man. That's a strong Marlboro. I'm rolling my own Marlboros now. I'm gonna smoke. I just smoke my own homegrown. I want to hear about them stinking dogs. 44 in the chat is doubled up from last night. Damn right, man. And we got 38 likes. Y'all be sure to hit the subscribe button. We need 1,000 subscribers. Man, I want to go live. I don't want to sit here in this fucking room, man. I hate sitting in here. I want to go live. I want to be out there outside, man. Man, I got a cool up outside. Anyhow, I go live on my phone. But anyhow, we'll see. We'll see. Plus, you get all that other cool stuff you get to start doing when you get to 1,000. Need them 1,000 subscribers. Woohoo! Woohoo! Oh man, that was a damn bulldog right there. Now I never got to. Did I see him go? No, I didn't see him go in person. I might have seen him go on video at some time. For some reason, I feel like I seen him go on video. But definitely read his story. Great story on him. We got a super story on him in the book of Game Dogs. Also in the AGDT series. Matter of fact, somebody bought out damn half my books today. That's why I got a box sitting here on the floor. Must weigh 30-something pounds. Whoever that was, if they're on this chat, thank you very, very much, man. Somebody bought like hundreds of dollars worth of books today on eBay. God bless them. But Andy Cap, man, I mean, he was a great dog, and he didn't get bred enough. You know, his owner didn't really, socialize well, and because of that, the dog didn't get bred enough. But some good breedings were made with him. Andy Cap to Man's Tippy produced that Comanche dog. Which was a great dog, and then his litter mates, which their names don't come to mind at this moment, but that was probably, in my opinion, probably the best breeding made with him. I'm not I don't mess with that blood, so I can't really quote a bunch of that blood. But you can look it up on Pedigrees online. There you go, Nitro. So you guys know that stuff. I had a chance to buy Man's Tippy. I could have bought that bitch for $1,000, man. That guy was going through a divorce, and they offered me that bitch for $1,000. Yeah, Champion Calvin, Andy Cap's brother. Yeah. Well, let's see here. What you got for us to look at? Love looking at pedigrees, man. Pedigrees online is the best thing. I helped pay for the guy to get through college, that Marco Vasquez that built Pedigrees Online. And at one time he was going to shut it, and I started running banner ads on it and kept him going. Oh, Nitro is Alpha, Tippy, and Handicap. Okay. Who's the, yeah, but the brother is, yeah, that's right. Yeah. And that dog looks like Handicap. I mean, you sit there and look at that dog right there, right? Check him out, and then click on the pedigree and click on Handicaps, and he looks just like Handicap. Click on Handicap, click on him. They look just the same. A bloodline should look like what it's bred from. So when you look at this Morgan's Voodoo Charlie, I mean, just look right at him and then take your mouse and go up there and click on Handicap. And the picture will be replaced and they look the same. Same kind of extra long body, same kind of head, a little too big for the body. I mean, it's the same dog. Yeah, that's what it should be like. When you go up on these yards and these people are like, oh, I'm breeding out of dog A, and dog A is just pretend dog A is a solid white dog with a pink nose, right? I'm breeding out of dog A, man. I've been breeding out of dog A for 50 years. And you go down on their yard and they got a bunch of different colored dogs, and only like one or two of them look like dog A. That's all I got to say. The kind of breeders you want to deal with are people like this guy here, whoever this guy is, this Morgan guy. These are the kind of people you want to deal with. They got the good stuff, man. And I don't even know this blood. I don't even know this bloodline. No, man, I'm just smoking weed. I ain't drinking. Oh, what happened to my music, man? You like them pudgy Reno dogs? I like that handicap dog right there. I mean, that's a good looking dog. If I was gonna mess with something different, that'd be cool stuff right there. It's bred well. I believe that pedigree. Hard oak. That's the guys. Remember we were talking about uh those people that I beat them guys with Chi. I'm not Chi, Bree. It was hard oak. That was the guys that we beat. You can see them in that pedigree, in the back of that pedigree. Yeah, I got a good Katie Marlowe story. You ready for this one? It's pretty funny. I got a couple of them, but this was pretty funny. We were at a big show, big show, um, and it was just one match, but it was a big show as far as all the people that were there. I mean, like Kitty Allen was there, David Tant was matching the dog into Danny Burton. I mean, like the crowd was there, all the big names and shit. So we're down there at the hotel, and like there's Bobby Hall is there, Danny's there. I had a couple of my friends with me. Um, Bob Stevens was there. Katie Marlowe was there, and Bob Stevens was acting like this is like Katie was. This was what year was this? This was like 1989, right? This is 1989, and we were in Columbia, South Carolina, and Bob Stevens, man, it's like he was trying to put the moves on Katie Marlowe, but old Bob, his taste in women is different than others. He liked, I don't know, just kind of different looking chicks, and but Katie, man, she's real sweet. She had her hair put up in pigtails, and she was all smiles, and just everybody was having a good time, right? So Danny Burton had a dog named Sugar that weekend that he was matching, and they were so sure they were going to win, and they were going into a daughter of Festus, who was out. It was Homer's brother. Bitch called Black Cat that David Tant had. And so we're on the way to the match, and Katie Marlowe says to me in the van, me, Bob Stevens, and her are riding in Bob Stevens' van. And she says to me in the van, "Hey, look, here's $500. Will you bet it on Bobby Hall and them's dog for me, so that them don't know I'm betting against them?" I said, "Yeah, sure. I'll take care of that for you." So I go ahead and bet the money when I get there, but I bet it with me, like I take the bet, I pick up the bet because that sugar bitch is gonna fucking lose. Burton done told me, man, that something was wrong with her shoulder. So then what I did was I picked Katie's bet up. So now she got $500 bet on the sugar dog, but I took the bet. So we're fucking go to the fight. Fight goes off, and the dogs lose. And the sugar dog loses to Black Cat. Loses in, I don't know, I think it went like 35 minutes, 40 minutes, something like that. The sugar dog quit. Danny Burton's dog quit. So Katie Marlowe lost her $500, but she lost it to me. And I told her I had her money covered. I said, "I got you $500 covered. You got $500 bet on the sugar dog." Okay. Who'd you get it bet with? I said, "Don't worry about it. You got it bet." Walked away. So fight's over. We riding home. I can't help myself, We're riding home. I start laughing. She says, "What's so funny?" I said, I still got your 5 $100 bills right here." "Oh, well, how the hell did you do that?" "I covered your bet. I knew they were going to lose." "Oh, you son of a bitch." And then Bob Stevens goes, "Well, a gentleman would give her $500 back." And I said, "Well, I ain't no gentleman. I ain't giving her $500 back." And Bob Stevens pulls the van over on the side of the road and says, "Either give her the $500 back or get out of the van." And I was like, "Fuck that shit. I got cab money." Man, I got out of the damn van. He let me out right in front of Krispy Kreme. I went in there and got me some donuts, some coffee and shit, called me a cab, had the cab take me back to the hotel. Shit. Bobby was laying off bets all afternoon, man. We were down there at the hotel before the fight. Bobby called up Ricky Jones. He called up Ricky Jones and he said, "Hey Ricky, hey son, they betting like crazy up here." He goes, "They got another 5,000. They want to bet on the sugar dog." He said, "You want some of that action?" And old boy said on the phone, "Yeah." Bobby hangs phone up. He looks at me and he goes, "Now, son, that's how you lay off 5,000 when you get in a little too deep on a dog. It ain't right." I mean, them boys was laying off bets all afternoon, man. "Hey, son, don't bet on that one." Shit, I bet against her. They were laying off their bets. I started betting against the motherfucker. Shit. Church is on Sunday, motherfucker. No. Oh, Bob's still mad about that shit. I mean, we're friends, but I'll be doing shit like that to people and they get mad as hell. That's real life. That's the way it goes. You play, you pay. You wanted to bet $500, I covered it. It didn't matter who covered it. Your bet was covered, lady. Give you your money back. Shit. Give hell. Give you these balls in your mouth. Give you these nuts. That's what I give you. These nuts. Oh. There was a little more detail to it. And but it was wild. What happened was the day started out with Danny walking the bitch by the room. Okay, we all sitting in the room drinking coffee, right? And Burton didn't want nobody around while he got the dog out of the room, so we all had to go into the room and shut the door. Then Burton's in the room next to us alone with the dog. He brings the dog out of the room. We're all looking out the window, right? We all like looking out the window trying to see the dog. Well, when he comes walking past us with the dog was walking next to him, one pulling the leash. And right away, Bobby said something was wrong with the dog. He said the dog's done hurt its shoulder or something was wrong with it because it wasn't pulling the leash. And then Danny went and walked the dog, came back, put the dog in the room, and then he came in the room and he told us, he said, something's wrong with the dog. And it was on like Donkey Kong, man. We went down there and made some money off them boys. Yeehaw. It's happened more than once, man. It's happened more than once where you know you weren't right, or you knew the other side wasn't right, or you knew that somebody was coming in that wasn't right. They shouldn't be doing it. So, it's happened more than once. Shit, I'd have bought her more than a donut. She was looking. They had free beer at that thing. She looked pretty good by then. And pigtails and everything. Hey, so let me tell you about that match. So that black cat dog, man, she wiped out that fucking sugar dog, right? She's like, whoa, 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 and just wiped her out. When it was over, David Tent was bragging. Oh, this is the baddest this is that, blah, blah, blah. A fucking Kenny Allen spoke up. He went, "Hey, buddy," he said, "I got a 42, 43 female. I'll match into her." And then he had Tornado, and I was like, "Holy shit!" I was like, "We just seen this ace bitch go, and this guy's got something for her." I turned to Bobby. This is 1989. I turned to Bobby. I was like, "What's he got for her?" Bobby said, "Oh, he's got that cur ass red dog he beat me with." He said he ain't gonna beat her with her. And it took Tornado an hour and 45 minutes. It was the best match. Man, that was a hell of a match, Black Cat and Tornado. That was one of the best matches I ever seen. That was a bulldog fight right there now. I didn't see the message. What did it say? What did the message say, Greg? All right. Where'd that motherfucker come from? Where'd they find him at? That Black Cat dog was out of Festus, which was Festus was Mountain Man's Homer's brother. Oh, you from Toledo? Malik, you from Toledo, Ohio? That's cool, man. Yeah, she was out of Festus. I don't know who the bitch was. Probably one of those Jeep dogs. Probably like a daughter of Jeep or something like that. Cool. Toledo Tornado. Oh, sure, man. Those Marlowe dogs, I mean, especially the old pure ones, you know, that stuff's real nice. I don't use it. I don't feed any of it. But they're real nice dogs. I mean, they're sweet, soft, you lots of people got them. They're real popular. It's a popular breed. It's a popular bloodline. And there's a whole lot of people that feed them. Cleveland. Well, I don't know. I don't really see any dogs holding true to the old Marlowe traits. That they were a much more terrier type dog. you know, a finer dog. Um, uh, you know, a lot of these dogs now, these red boy dogs, they're built like Jeep dogs and colored up like red boy dogs. And they don't really look like the old red boy dogs. You know, they look more like the Jeep red boy, Jeep rascal, Jeep, you know, like before. The red boy dogs had more like a long head on them, not really too long, but it didn't have them cheeks and that kind of like, you know, that Jeep looking head. That it just it was more of like a long head with like hound dog ears on them, and you know, red nose, smaller dog. I mean, I've seen tons of them. I mean, I lived right here by Jack Swinson, and I lived in the same town. I mean, I've seen Carolina Rose. I've seen the puppies off Carolina Rose and Whaley's Red Eagle. I mean, I know what red boy dog's supposed to look like. Yeah, but I mean, you know, the red boy stuff is a good identifiable bloodline. They make great pets. You know, I know lots of people that got them in their houses. Um, yeah, they just have gotten, you know, they're different. I mean, when we first started messing with them, I mean, think about it. Bolero went into Medlin's Lady at 32 pounds. That was Medlin's Lady was out of uh, Carolina Rose and I don't know, whatever it was, but she was a daughter of Carolina Rose. She matched at 31 pounds. I'd say the Niggerino stuff. I don't use it, but I like the Niggerino stuff. If I was going to bring in another strain of Eli dogs that I don't use, um, but hell, you know, that Eli stuff that I put up earlier, that's my stuff, and we're getting ready to let it die out. I don't use it. It's about to die out. It'll be gone. Um, I'm about to replace it with that Billy stuff. So, if Matt don't breed cut ear this summer to one of those triple triple clearance dogs, we probably won't get any pups off of it. No, not really, man. I mean, they're just so big and goofy. Doofy. I mean, they don't even really have a strain within it that's kind of cool, you know. I mean, well, I'll tell you what. I like those guys. I like the people. I'll tell you some of the people I like. Is those, um, Jesus, I got their name on the tip of my tongue. Um, They're out there on off the islands. The people that bred Awesome Buck. What's their name? Um, I'm getting tired. Oh yeah, well, Lark, I'm not breeding any dogs. I don't do any breeding. If the people I know that's got them or don't make the breedings, then it doesn't get done. You know, it's uh, I need to go get a bottle of water. I'll be right back. All right. Whew. Well, Stone City, that's right. Those guys have consistently put out some good dogs, whether it's breeding Mayday or um, buck buck blood. Salute to Stone City, whatever they're doing. Like those guys. Well, um, what is going on here? He is 9 years old now. He is 9 years old. I think, didn't we look him up last time, Marion? And he was down from that Donovan blood. Showed him to me. No? Oh, okay. I'll look him up. APBT. Champion Preacher. Well, oh yeah, yeah. I think you did tell me about this stall before. With the breaks blood on top. Yeah, you showed me that dog before. Yeah. Here's his pedigree. Yeah, I remember. I remember looking at this pedigree before because we were looking at that Breaks guy was in North Carolina and passed away. I think it's his son or somebody else that's breeding that stuff. Well, y'all, I think I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm pretty freaking tired, and I got some work I got to do before I go to bed. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, he's running around like a baby. But I've got some work I got to get done. It's pushing 11:30. I've been on for almost 2 hours. I guess I could do a little bit more, but I need to go. So, so you guys have a good night and take it easy.